It's the Romello Marcellous show, the fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out.
You're now rocking with the best.
be good now. Can you hear me? You should be good. Let me know. All right, goddamn it. Let's get it. You know what? I ain't gonna cheat nobody. Let's go. Let's start all fuck over. Let's do this shit right. Let's do it right.
Five,
4, 3, 2, 1.
ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellous show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring them out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life,
Had to find my inner power.
to fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out.
You now rocking with the best.
Here I am. God damn it. Here I am. Let's do this shit right. You can hear me now. I can hear you. You can hear me. You can see me. God damn it. Let's jump on into it. Seeing Diddy got his ass reamed out again by some joker sitting in jail. Jailhouse lawyer. Filed another essay on him. 100 million. By default, because he didn't show up for court. Let's see how that's going to go. Is he'll appeal it immediately. I don't think he's going to get anything of it other than the fact that he say that he got awarded that and he's not going to see a dime of it. But you know how people play. At the end of the day, I think that somebody's really got it in for him. They're trying to handicap him where he can't defend himself. But that's a standard tactic when it comes to the legal system. Hey, I'm gonna jump on into this, man. Without delay. I've been kicking this around for a moment, and this is not a bait switch, but I want to attack it as it is. And you know, I gotta go to my notes. We'll talk about the complexities of the modern Black relationship, focusing on the disconnect between Black women and Black men. Even at the time like this, where it's very serious, and we're talking about voting and getting into how our future lives are going to look with each other, with our children, with our, our future. Who's actually representing us? How are we representing ourselves? All of that. We're going to explore the societal changes and the unsound doctrines that we constantly see that are very extreme, that pushes the agenda when it comes to independence. It's created a great rift and a shift in the values that have led many of our Black women to forget why they need their Black men and the critical role they're meant to play in a Black man's life. We talk about, we look around and we constantly see the mismanagement of things, whether it's bodies, finances, emotions. Black women are often praised today for independence, but at what cost? You see a widespread of mismanagement of personal resources, time, and efforts and energy, where short gains, the short term is more prioritized than the long term. And it then begets stability. There's a growing trend in the neglect of self-discipline, which leads to poor financial decisions, emotional instability, and even the misuse of their own bodies. But I'm not bashing. I'm going somewhere with this. I just need you to kind of be patient. I'm gonna rant. We're gonna get to the meat and potatoes of the show. The behavior not only impacts their personal well-being, but also their relationships with their men. Question is, how can a partnership thrive when one side is managing mismanaging the very tools meant to build a strong foundation? The ever-present, ready, blatant disregard and disrespect for Black men is atrocious. We need to address the elephant in the room, the way Black women have lost respect for their Black men. This is seen in how some Black women speak to, treat, and view their men, whether in their relationships or in public discourse. There's often a tone of condescension or even hostility. I've witnessed it on this platform in everyday life. I see it all around me. Yeah, fuck this nigga, fuck you, yeah, I don't need you, that energy. It's even seems like support of Black men, once relied on from their women, is now replaced with criticism and disdain. Where's the empathy? And understanding that it's supposed to be the backbone of a strong Black family. The unsound doctrine of independence, right? I'm going to deal with this, right? As people who become involved, we move around our communities, we're all in some way dependent on each other. Whether you go to the doctor, whatever you need, we depend on someone to supply a need for us, right? But in our personal state, we look at our relations now as something that has to be transactional, intangible. And if not, then it's not conducive. Society has glorified the idea of independence, but it's important to ask, is it beneficial or harmful? Black women are being told that they don't need their man, that they can do it all on their own, they can do it all and be bad by themselves. Yeah, that part. And in all actuality, shit, if he was already doing bad, then goddamn, how much worse can you do? If you found a good man, you played your part. I don't know many good men that would sit idly by and let a woman do bad anyway. But that's a whole other story. This so-called independence comes at the price of isolation, loneliness, and broken families. And we talked about how you have where brothers, like we talked about Cam earlier, who want to go around and produce children, and the response from that Black woman that was on the show, it had some fact, there's some teeth to it, but at the same time, there's another way, another point of view when it comes to someone who can opt and have the time to be there for their kids, and who's honest about their intention. Can't take away from an individual who can be responsible in the state of irresponsibility. How's that? Because, and I'm saying this because in most terms, and we're talking about Black women, it's merely about the money. We got kicked to the curb in the 70s for a check, right? So if the man is providing a check, then what more do you want? Because a lot of you, based on polls, say that you want a check as opposed to having your man in the house. I didn't say it. It's been said. I'm not twisting the thing up. Independence has its place, but when it turns into a barrier that separates Black women from Black men, it becomes toxic. Instead of independence, we should focus on interdependence, working together for mutual growth and stability. Now, you have people who will look at you and say, well, what do you bring to the table? You talk finances, you can talk education, you can talk all of these things. But all of those things you amass, it takes character to maintain them. Your character is what's going to keep you there. And most of you are immature. You want the authority of a man. You want the entitlement and the care of a woman, but you have the accountability of a 9-year-old. And most of you have been playing dual roles so long that the strongest part of you, we never see. It's like talking to dudes out here. You know, you roll up on a female and you get dude complex. And I don't fuck with dudes, but dude, yeah. Your masculine energy, that alpha thing you got, you know, the independence brings that on, coupled by success. There's another level of immaturity that comes with refusing to acknowledge personal shortcomings. We all have them. Many Black women today are unwilling to hold themselves accountable for the roles they play in the breakdown of Black relationships. This lack of accountability is often coupled with a lack of empathy, especially towards the struggles that we as Black men face. All right? It's easy to point fingers, but true growth comes from looking in the mirror. All right? I always say it, if you can't subdue or you're not happy with the man or the woman that you see in the mirror, you got some work to do. Until Black women learn to be more self-aware, empathetic, and accountable, the rift between them and Black men will continue to widen. One thing is for certain and two things for sure. You cannot punk a man. Man's not gonna let you do that to him. I say it all the time, where two men that get together, it could be the most wonderful and glorious thing where they have everything you could ever imagine as a man, and there's always a propensity for violence based on respect. Key is you have to respect the man before you love him. I don't know what it is, and I see it more and more where the mouth, the loud talk, the disrespect and the level of it, it's ridiculous. And then when you find one who has had the resolve to control or maintain or contain or compose himself, loses his shit and fucks you up, then he's a bitch, or he's not a man. But I'll tell you this, choice words mean the individual in which the individual before you has invested in. Those words hurt harder or more than a sledgehammer. Now, there's a big importance in how you receive what I'm saying to you. Your strength is in your feminine nature, not the independence. We don't give a shit about your money. We don't care about your accolades. We don't care about none of that. At the core of this episode is the idea that Black women are meant to be in their feminine nature. A nurturing, empathetic, and supporting nature is essential for maintaining a strong and healthy relationship. When you guys step out of this role into a more masculine and confrontational energy, the balance between us is disrupted. Because you're questioning my manhood. I'm speaking for my brothers. Not cool. Not cool. It's like, even with the self-awareness, you guys are quick to check in with the world before you check in with your own self and the things that you have responsibility and dominion over for yourself. Your greatest strength is in your softness. Softness. Your natural born ability to discern things is wisdom. And if you are in this masculine conflicted state, you can't see shit. There's nothing you can see. And this doesn't mean be weak now. No one's saying that. It means understanding the power of your femininity and how it can uplift us as Black men, helping us be the best version of ourselves. Not always in a position where something's being pointed out to you, well, you did it, or if you do it, I can do it. The thing is, a lot of us are crash dummies, and what we are looking for is someone to affirm us, give us some structure, i.e., put us to service. If a man's not serving you, or he's not in service to you, you are not doing your part as a woman. Submission, service. Submission, service. And it's not about will, but knowing your part and playing your role is merely having conversations. One has ESP or telekinesis or any of that kind of shit. They read your mind. You have to be in a position where you can have a discussion with each other about the things that you need. And I will say this, man. It's time to reevaluate, because you haven't lost your place beside you Black men. But many have forgotten what that place means. In a world that pushes division, self-hate, self-resilience to the extreme, it's time to remember strength and unity, cooperation, and mutual respect. Black women and Black men need each other. We need each other. I was saying it last night, I'll say it again. We have to get each other, because ain't nobody else gonna get us. Nobody else has us out here. No other culture, no other race, no other entity has us but us. We have to get our shit together. You know, not just for survival, but for thriving. The foundation of the Black family depends on restoration of these vital roles that we play or should be playing for each other. We shouldn't be in a space and place where we're constantly considering or concerned whether or not we can trust the individual in front of us. We shouldn't have those concerns or whether or not I could walk down the street with you and you not embarrass me. We should all be to the point where we can have a collective understanding of each other, not just in our personal relationships, but when we see each other in the street, it should always be a pleasant face speaking to someone that could very well come from where we come from. No pun intended to our tethers, but I'm speaking to those who are rooted here, our indigenous folks. It's a shame that we can be tricked and hoodwinked based on our traumas and our shortcomings that people are portraying on our lives, because we look at someone who may have a little something without even thinking about, well, how much dick did he suck or she suck? How much abuse did they take to get to that? What did they compromise of themselves to get to that point? A lot of it's coming out now. We see it, but there's a lot more we have not seen. Yeah. What type of quote unquote 360 deal did they get? It's an industry term, but yeah, you can apply that to someone personally. What kind of turn them inside and out deal did they get to do the things that they're doing, and what's their agenda, or what's the agenda that they pushing? There you go. A lot of people went to see Nicki Minaj, right? A lot of her stuff is racy. A lot of it is suggestive. Some of it is positive. But we look at the agenda that she was pushing when she got on. She picked up an agenda that was dropped by someone else. Not naming no names, but those that know. And it's continuing on from everyone else, even through the male rappers who suggest the things that they do, the actors and actresses. Someone was telling me that the little guy from Empires on OnlyFans doing things. But it's no secret now that boy was touched. I don't know whether that was a trade or some sort of sacrifice, but I'm speaking to the fact that for years he had fans. It's like Juicy Smoothie, he had fans too. But no one knew what they sacrificed to get to that point. You know what I mean? And it's just like that. We'll tap into things and we want to know, well, I want to know where they got that bag, or how did they go to here, or how did they get there? What did it cost them? It's cost them the same thing it's costing us to be in a state of disregard and disdain and disrespect for each other. That's the cause. And y'all been applied a lot, I guess, to y'all's lives as women, right? And playing dual roles. And, hard. But you should never forget who you are supposed to be or who you belong to. If that makes sense to you. I came on, man, because I was inspired by this. Bear with me. Bear with me.
I was a horrible mother. Horrible. I was a great father.
Ooh, hold on. No, we gotta unpack that. We gotta unpack that. Meaning
I was
what?
a horrible mother, meaning when my kids were growing up, I didn't know what mothering was. I didn't understand it. So, and because the father wasn't in the home
Right.
in a positive way, I did the providing, I did the protecting, I did the guiding, and I didn't do the nourishing, the nurturing, the affirming. I didn't do that. I didn't have time. I had 3 kids and a job,
Right.
and a crazy man. So I had to protect them. I had to provide for them. I had to get the rent paid. I had to make sure that they had structure and system, the things that the father would have done had he been there. I had to do. So I didn't have time to wipe boo-boos and bake cookies and tell you how cute you are and how much I love you. Come on, let's get this done. We got to go. That's daddy. Come, baby. Let me tell you what we're going to do today. That's mommy. I didn't get a time to do that.
That second go around as a grandparent.
Now I do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, now okay, come here. Let's talk about it. What does it mean? And instead of giving orders and directions, I have conversations.
Right.
Instead of just giving, don't do, I teach my grandson about boundaries. You have a right to say yes. You have a right to say no. You have a right to be respectful. Okay, tell me why you're saying no. What do you fear? What do you feel? Just a completely different way, because I don't have to worry about the rent and food and school and homework and those kinds of things. So I was a great father. And then I'm an alpha female.
I know.
But I know how to wear it.
Yeah.
I didn't at that time. And I chased many men away because I didn't know how to wear my alpha. I do now.
My thoughts, and I shared that because it spoke to so many reasons why you all actually had picked up the baton and run with it. But a lot of times people can play the advocate and say, well, what happened with the man? And then she said she had a crazy man, but he was around, but he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. So I don't know. I mean, I can't speak to that. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do, but keeping all those important components in play is very important. You can't do one thing. It speaks volumes to say that it's important to have your folks around, or having a support group around, or someone who can support you and give the things that the other part of your basket or bucket you're supposed to fill your kids' buckets should be full. The respect thing. It's hard to respect someone who is constantly pushing, questioning everything about you. Let's start with a basic truth. When 2 men, doesn't matter if it's business or personal life, come together, there's always a line of respect drawn. Cross that line, and there's a natural propensity for violence. That's to say, every disagreement ends in a fight, but we know that the potential is always there. It's an unspoken understanding. Men know this because we live it. Respect isn't just a word, it's currency. And if you try to shortchange someone, the consequences are real. And so what happens when a black woman society often encourages to stand up for herself and be strong steps into a black man with the same masculine energy. What happens when she crosses that line of respect, using a tone and attitude that would have any man ready to defend his honor? If it came from another man, I'll tell you what happened. Chaos. She was already in a state of being where she wanted to do what she wanted to do. This is just my take on it. I think she had her mind where she set where she wanted to go in life. She had those kids, and her boy wasn't in a position to provide the things that she felt he should have been providing, and she stepped up. Usually, it's because she had a vision or envisioned a man that was ideal to her in her own mind. And I'll say this, goddammit. You always write in your own mind, but it's very rare that what's in your mind is going to come to fruition in real life. A lot of you have unrealistic expectations, especially of us, because we are 2 to 3 times handicapped in the world when it comes to the vision, when it comes to just everyday who we are, and the other things that are implied by doctrines that were put in place long before we even got here. See, back to the chaos. Man is now caught in the trap. He's expected to take it, swallow his pride, and respond with what? Feminine energy. I say, hell no. Listen. Thing, this isn't just about women speaking her mind or a woman speaking her mind. This is about the fact that when a woman takes on that masculine confrontational tone, she's stepping into a man's world, a world where respect is often upheld through. But a man can't force a woman into respect, right? That'd be wrong on so many levels. So what is he supposed to do? Just sit there and take it? Or should he just walk away knowing he's been disrespected in the worst way possible? Either way, he's losing. Either way, his manhood has been questioned. And I don't know many brothers that feel like they can just have their manhood tested by anybody. I mean, especially when it talks about somebody you love or somebody that's supposed to love you, you invested in and spending time with, and you're in the position where you want to give one of the most important things you can give a woman is your last name or your seed. And you got some hoe ass niggas out here that just running around here and just doing whatever. But I'm speaking for those that are about their business, that work hard, that being the best versions of themselves and wanting to extend that same thing to somebody they love and care for. Okay. And before anyone jumps in and says, Romello, are you saying men should start fighting women? Hell no. Let me be clear. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that black women need to understand the dynamics at play here. You want a strong man? You want a man who commands respect? And you got to respect him. Yeah. Go back to earlier. Those 3 things. You got to have some self-accountability. You got to dial back wanting to be in the authority or have the power of a man. Your strength is being soft, being in your feminine state, not making excuses as to why you can't be, and allowing yourself to acquiesce. I hear a lot of sisters say, well, I'll bow down to the right one. What the fuck is the right one? Like I said, the one that's in here, yeah. A lot of times, man, your mind is convoluted and is an unrealistic expectation or a dream or figment of your imagination. This is why a lot of these young boys got the game fucked up, because see, y'all raising that dude that y'all had in your mind, the one that you can't put in your bed, yeah, you raising him. And he can't come out here in the world and operate like a man because he's got the things that you've imparted in him. So he's crashing out left and right. He can't even hold his tongue, let alone his governance to not hurt somebody or hurt himself and end up in somewhere that he'll never come back from. Yeah. Respect doesn't mean talking to him like you're ready to throw him down the street, right? But let me tell you, that's a lose-lose situation. When we look at all of those things we just discussed, right? The minute a woman steps into that masculine energy, the man is forced to react in a way that goes against his whole nature. Let me say this, when a man's tried, right? And we as black men, we tried every day. Through a little slick racism, through, a lot of things. It's hard to get it at home. There was a interview with, oh my gosh, James Baldwin and Nikki Giovanni. And she referenced him having to go to work and do life the way he did it. And he basically told her that he lies all day, wears a smile, and he jives for the man down on the job so that he can have a job. He doesn't want to come home and wear that face. In his home, he wants to relax. He wants to decompress. But she rebuts that and says, no, I want you to lie to me too. I want you to smile. I want you to bring your joy and your laughter home. That same jiving stuff you do down there for the man on the job, and bring it here. And I say she's right. But at the same time, there has to be a level of vulnerability that a man can bring to his feminine woman in her nature, because he's just looking for empathy. Affirmation. But if he comes home and you hard, he's already got to be hard. What you think gonna happen with that? There's always gonna be division in the house, and this is gonna beget individuals looking to go elsewhere to get the thing that they're not getting at home, some sort of compensation, right? Some might say, "Oh, stroke my ego." Times that we're looking at right now, I don't know whether or not y'all understand. The lines between masculine and feminine are blurred. The women are told to be strong and independent, but what they're not told is that there's a price to pay when you bring that energy to a man. Not about submission, it's about balance, excuse me. It's about recognizing that in any relationship, whether business or personal, respect is key. But respect means knowing your role, knowing the dynamics, and trying to not to overpower someone with a tone that demands a masculine response. So what's the takeaway? Black men don't react to masculine energy with feminine energy. That's not who we are. But black women understand this. When you bring that tone, that disrespect, that attitude, you're not challenging a man's strength, you're questioning his manhood. And that's dangerous. I say it all the time, there's a lot of people out here, a lot of individuals out here that are cool with putting on a jumpsuit and sitting somewhere, knowing that they maintain themselves, their manhood, their character, everything. Yeah. Respect is not just about what you say, it's how you say it. If we can't get that right, same cycles of conflict and misunderstanding continue. Like I said, I came on, man, I brought that part up, or that point at, with Iyanla, because she spoke on it. She was in her mastery. She was in her alpha state, and she fucked those kids up. A lot of us have been fucked up with the thoughts of our parents doing what they thought they needed to do to make the vision for us. Yeah. But so much has been missing, or has been missed, when it comes to application. There's a difference in all of our women across the board when we talk about cultures. And I can only speak for mine. Our sisters have been taught to survive, not to be wives, not to acquiesce, not to be women that, and I hear a lot of you motherfuckers out here misusing this word, demure. Yeah. And be a part of something that's greater than themselves. A lot of you are selfish, self-centered, and you need help. We come around, and a lot of us were destroyed. Matter of fact, I'll say this. A lot of us were destroyed, and we're still being destroyed right now because we're chasing something that's being perpetuated by those that want to continue to see us separated. Brothers out here lead with their pockets, as opposed to leading with their mind, leading with their heart, seeking to impart positive reinforcement and affirmation in a woman that can actually be their helpmate. But finding the right one would be on our side, because hell, y'all ain't even supposed to be looking. That's the world we living in right now. Y'all looking. I was telling somebody the other day, man, if you're over 40 fucking years old and you in the street every night of the week, or at least 3 or more nights in the street, something wrong with you. You need some goddamn help. You're one of those people that can't sit at home in your own shit. You can't be with yourself. Yeah. Don't letting them run you home. That's all I can say. I came on tonight, man, to put a little paint where it ain't, man, and you know, that was on me. I hope somebody got something for it. And yeah. What I will say before I go, it's always good to see us, man, come together, even in the midst of a beef or argument or disagreement. Nobody does it like us. But at the same time, man, things we beef and argue about, what are they really prospering? What are they really profiting? What are we really gaining from it? I'm having these conversations that I'm having now and have been having for the last couple of years as I've been doing this show. And some have been harsh, some have not. But what I will say is that I come from a place of love, man. I expect us to do better because we are better. And if not, it's a shame. Yeah. Love on yourself, man. Let people see you love. Oh, you're getting help. You got some understanding. Oh, I'm in the lounge. Yeah. Somebody asked me. I was at chilling. Got some drinks and smoke. Turn the music on. Yeah. Anyway, y'all in my way. Peace.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellous show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life,
Had to find my inner power.
to fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.